This is the exact digital setup that I use to stay on top of my classes, assignments, and revision without burnout. I am going into a deep dive into my digital organization setup, how I organize my school life, what I do to prepare for the new semester, but also just what I do throughout the school year. The apps we're going to be going over is Google Calendar, Notion, Anki, Power Planner, and OneNote. So first off, we're gonna start off with Google Calendar. I used it all throughout first year and second year, and it helped me stay on top of my classes, on top of my exams, midterms. Recently, I also found out that you can change the colors. If you go down here to my calendars, you can see that I have life, classes, birthday, tasks. I have it all sectioned out for each little portion of my life. For school, I like to have different colors for different classes, which is why I made a separate calendar for each class. All you have to do is press this plus button and then click create a new calendar. We're just gonna call this calendar. You're gonna see calendar added over here, and once you go to the three dots, you can change the colors. You could choose the little plus button. You'll see custom colors. If you want to know the specific color numbers that I used, I'll have them on the side of the screen. For Google Calendar, I like to see it at a monthly view. I really like the monthly view better than the weekly view, but it's totally up to you how you want to rearrange it. Obviously, right now my Google Calendar looks really bland. This is how it usually looks like during the school year. I didn't change around the colors back then, but it looks chaotic. It looks like there's a lot going on. Next up, we're taking a deep dive into my Notion. I used to hate on this site so much because I just never understood it. I think I got the hang of it throughout the years. This is how my Notion looks. I love adding little quotes in here. And just like Google Calendar, I have a little chunk for each little different aspects of my life. School, YouTube, school workshops, well-being, and life. I go into this one, just study habits that I want to use for the new school year. And what I love about this is it's so customizable. There's a lot of different text options. You turn it into a heading, page, a bulleted list, numbered list, to-do list. So if you want to learn how to make a page, all you have to do is literally just click this plus button over here. It's going to redirect you to the bottom. Once you scroll down, you're going to hit on page. You can add an icon, and then on the top here it says add cover. It's going to give you a default cover, but you can obviously change that around. And now I just created a page for pre-semester prep, and then if I go in here, you can add a different page. So once I click new page, it's going to redirect me to that new page if you don't want too many pages on the home screen. As for the colors behind these little text, all you have to do is click on color. You can change the text color, but if you scroll down, you can also change the background color. I am obsessed with Notion, and I'm for sure going to be using it for the upcoming semester. Now we're moving on to Anki or Anki. I don't know what's the right way to say it. I genuinely have not used Anki before. I'm just using it for my third year. I'm kind of testing out the flashcard study strategy. I just recently set this up. That's why I don't have too many flashcards in here. For how long I've been using it during the summer and setting it up, I think it's pretty easy to understand. So over here, I have review for summer of 2025. I was reviewing Biochem 1. So if I open that up, you can see new, learning, and to review. It's literally just going to tell you what you need to review. And what I love about it gives you spaced repetition. If I click on study now, I have a question. If I just type something in, it's gonna give you the right answer on the bottom and then what you wrote. And on the very bottom, you can rank if it was easy, was it hard. This is a basic card where you just have the question. If you press the space button, it's gonna give you the answer. And this is a closed card. It's gonna give you a statement, and you're gonna have to continue that statement. It's gonna give you the answer. Once you get to the end, it says the next learning card will be ready in 2 minutes. I kind of set it up so that I can do the deck again right after I finish it, because I wanted to be able to review it as many times as I can. But again, there's so many different ways you can customize it. So if you want to add a flashcard, all you have to click on is add. And on the top here, you could see basic and reversed card, close, and image occlusion. I honestly haven't done an image occlusion card, but it's basically, it will take a diagram and you can kind of block off certain sections of that diagram. And once you click the space bar, it's going to reveal the answers. For a basic card, all you have to do is type something into the front and then type something into the back. I feel like the closed card took me a while to actually understand. So over here, I just wrote down a little statement. I'm gonna click on these three dots up here, and once I add that in, then I can put in my answer. We can go and study that card, and as you can see, it's gonna be plant biology is about. Once I click the space bar, it's gonna say plant. To create a deck, it's pretty easy. On the bottom here, it's literally just says create a deck, and you could just add that deck in here. If you want to move it underneath something, you can literally just drag it over, and it's going to automatically go under that subsection. For the new school year, how I'm going to organize this is I'm going to have a deck for each lecture lecture. Once it's exam season, I can go back into each lecture and kind of review those flashcards. I didn't even talk about my background, but I literally just have a little pumpkin in the back. The way to change the background is you're just going to click on add-ons, click on get add-ons, and there's going to be a certain code. Once you search that up on the ankiweb.com, you're going to be able to find a code, and you're going to insert that code here. Down here, I also have this little heat map, also an add-on. The darker the square is, you studied more that day, and if you didn't study that much, it's going to be a lighter pink. This is really easy to look at how much you studied. It keeps you motivated to study more. It also tells you your daily average, your completed days, your current streak. That was a little overview of my Anki. I genuinely need to tweak it up a little bit. So once it's all fully completed, I think I will do a video on it, and I think it's really useful because a lot of people have mentioned how useful Anki is, especially for people in science classes or even in med school. Next up, we're going into OneNote. This is the only note-taking app that I've used throughout university. I have it organized by different weeks. So if we go under one of these lectures, I literally just have the PowerPoint slideshow in here, and I like to go in with my pen and just annotate it. OneNote is really good for this type of thing, especially when you're in lecture and need to write down anything your teacher says. Up here, I have different subsections. So this was for second year. The way to add these in is literally just click on this plus button over here, and then I give you a new section. It keeps everything organized. So I 100% recommend this for lectures especially, and if you're going into like college and university, I think this is the best note-taking app that you can have. The last app on my computer that keeps me very organized is Power Planner, and it's specifically just for my schedule, and the one that the school provides, it still looks good, but it's not good enough, so I started using Power Planner. I have these different time blocks for when my class is. This is my schedule for my fall semester. You can input the time, where it's located, the room number, and also just the class title itself. You're just gonna go to this little pencil icon up here. It's gonna give you this little layout. You go to the very bottom, you're gonna click on add class, just call this chemistry. There are a lot of different colors to choose from. You can also pick your own custom color if you want a certain scheme. If it is a partial semester class, you can click on that, select a start and end date, and as you can see, the class has been added. Click on add time, and then you can include the class times. It has a specific section for where the room number is, really useful for like college and university students. And what I like about this is you can include the day you have the class. Maybe you have it on 2 days, maybe it's Monday and Wednesday. You just gotta click those 2 boxes and it's going to include that in for you. And there's an option down here for every week or week A, week B. I know a lot of people have bi-weekly labs or bi-weekly tutorial classes, so this is very convenient, and it's only going to be there for week A. You can also add another time, so just say for Monday it starts at 9 a.m, but Wednesday it starts at 10 a.m, so you can include a different timing for that specific day. And once you go to your schedule, you're going to see chemistry is here. If you go to the settings section, there's so many different options here. One of them says calendar integration. You can integrate your tasks and classes from your Google Calendar into Power Planner, which I think is so cool. If you already have your schedule set up on Google Calendar, you can literally just have it already inputted into Power Planner and make it like nice and neat. I personally don't use it, but I think it's a really nice feature. So I really just use the basic parts of Power Planner. It really helped me stay on top of my classes, be organized, and make sure that I'm not missing a class. That was literally all that I have on my computer for my digital organization system. And if you want an in-depth video of my Anki and also my Notion, let me know. If I can name one of these apps that is my favorite, I would say Google Calendar. Let me know down below which sites you use right now or which one you are planning to use. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys do have a great new school year, and I'm wishing you guys the best of luck. Subscribe and like, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.